Well, good morning, guys. We're back again on another trip, and I'm not by myself again this time. Look, look what we got.
Hi guys.
Robert's joined me. So I'm up near Bundaberg, my hometown, and we've driven about 10 or 15 k's from home, and we are at Kinkuna Bush Camping Zone National Park. Some of you probably have read about Kinkuna in the past. That's a nice little camp on the beach, so we're going to camp right on the beach. It's beautiful weather. It's a bit overcast, but a few little showers are forecast, but should be sunny tomorrow. So Rob's on a bit of a holiday, so I asked him, why don't you come up a Bundy and go to Kinkuna? And here he is. So he arrived yesterday, and as you see, there's a sign here, Kinkuna camping area, only 7 k's away. So we've got about 7 k's of driving to do. So we just pulled up at the entrance here to drop our tyre pressures down. I've already finished ages ago. Rob's still going, but he's got his dot trailer with him, and so he's got a good excuse to be a lot slower. So he's going to test out the dot trailer today on some soft sand. There's a few vehicles starting to come today. Now Kinkuna National Park have been closed, I don't know for how long, and it's only reopened today. So that's why it's about 8 a.m. in the morning. So that's why we're going down early. We're going to go down early before everyone else does and try to pick the best spot. Where we go first, I don't know. We might just go as soon as I reach the beach and then head up along the dunes there. The spot I normally go might be a little bit tough taking a trailer there. So we might look for an easier spot to get through, but we'll see what the sand is like when we get close there and decide from there. So I'll flick the camera around and show you my vehicle. So there it is, there's my vehicle. Like I normally do, I always show the setup. The kick-ass fridge here, running. Got the solar panel up on the roof, but there could be some changes there. That solar panel might be going, and unbelievable, look at that. I couldn't believe it. Check this out, guys, what's sitting on top of me roof rack. I can't believe it survived that drive. I've left my tape measure on the roof rack. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. How I not lost that, I got no idea. And that's my really trustworthy, trusty tape measure. Love that tape measure. I've had it for years. Goodness me. We were up the top there yesterday taking some measurements, because there could be a completely different setup in 1 week's time. It looks like there's going to be something different on this vehicle that's going to make it a lot easier for me on my travels. So that's a week away. And you'll probably see about that on the next videos after this series. So here's Rob's setup. He's just finished dropping his tyre pressures down. Rob came yesterday, so we couldn't go in Kinkuna. So he stayed overnight in the back of the yard. And we went to, it was good actually, it worked out fine because we got the chance to go to the rum distillery. So I had a look there, and it's the first time I've been back to the rum distillery in a few years, I think it's been. And yeah, it's totally different than what it used to be. They used to have an old Queenslander. We used to go inside.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. They got a real good bar there now. All right, so we're going to head off now and start find a spot to camp and set up camp and relax and have a yarn. Okay, welcome back. It's about 3 minutes later, driving down the road, the dirt track. So this part of the Kinkuna track, so we just turned off the main road, Bitumen Road, a couple of k's back. This part of the track here gets well maintained because of the sand mining. So there's a part of the land out here is leased out for sand mining. It was actually taken over, the sand mining, before it was declared a national park. So you get through the working week, because it's a Saturday now, through the working week you'll get trucks coming up and down here, so they maintain this road fairly well here for the big trucks with the full of sand. But we're going to go around this corner, and then not far past that we're going to turn right, and the track starts getting a little bit more narrow and a little bit rougher then, but it's not too bad. The soft patches, you don't get the soft patches until you get close to the beach, and it varies depending on the season, how many vehicles been driven over as well. I don't know how long this place has been shut. I think they've shut it for the threat of bushfires, so they close the park here if there's any major high fire danger. So it's only just been opened today, so we've had a little bit of rain in the last couple of days, not a lot, but just a little bit. So you can probably see it's starting to green up just a tad around here, which is nice. I love it out here, guys. It's a beautiful spot out here. We used to have a farm nearby and used to come here before anyone knew about it, and then tell you what, the tracks are nothing like this. She used to be real far driving to get through here. It used to be like low range country and used to take hours, and used to come through here, and the vegetation was so thick it'd scratch your car, so we had an old four drive. There's a couple of vehicles here. It's like they're gone down for the drive to have a look, not too sure. They also could be going through Woodgate. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to see if we can get into Woodgate. So this is the turn off here. So you can see the track's getting now as soon as we're off that track. So if you go up that road a little bit further, you'll come to the little sand mining area there. It's only a small area. So obviously you can tell now that this track's maintained by Parks and Wildlife Service, so it's not graded as smooth as the other ones. It's a bit corrugated. Generally, usually it's corrugated like this with big potholes on that track back there, but must have just been graded not so long ago. These stones here, it can be an issue. If you drop your tire pressures down too low, you can potentially punch your tyre. I remember when the national parks first took over and this was declared a national park, there was none of those stones on the track here, and they went through and they bulldozed a lot of the tracks to make them wider, as you can see here, and then they put down these big cracker dust, these big stones down, and a lot of vehicles were getting punctures. So it's quite often I'd be driving through here and I'd see people replacing their tyres. It's never happened to me. I don't know why. Must have been lucky. So touch wood. A little bit dusty there. Here we are. Just have a look at you. Oh yeah, you can see Rob there now. I don't know if you can see him. He's backed off a bit so he don't get stuck in the dust. Oh, well, I'm going to keep going and look for a spot to camp, or might show you a bit of, if we don't find a spot straight away as we're driving along the dunes, I'll whack your camera out and let you have a look and go from there. Hi, welcome back. So we have progressed on. We have set up camp, found us camp spot. Up going not too far from my favourite spot. A lot of the, surprisingly, a lot of the campsites had already been taken up. So I don't know what the story is with that. We got here fairly early, so some of the folks must have got here before us or snuck in yesterday, don't know, because it was closed yesterday. But we're here now and we found a nice little spot. Actually, it's a decent sized spot. It's sheltered from the wind, so it's a bit of a northerly blowing today. If the direction turns and goes to southeasterly, we are a little bit exposed, but you always are along here. You'll be lucky to find a spot where you're not exposed to the southeasterly along here. But then that's when we'll just put our walls up, so it's no issue. So you're probably keen to have a look at our setup, so I'll just flick the camera around and let you have a look. So that's my setup. I've got a few extra gear that I brought along that I don't normally take with me because I only travelled about 20 k's if that from home. So I got my glass solar panels today. They always work great over here. And not only that, I've also got the 200 watt solar panels on the roof. So I had a look before, even though it's overcast, she was pumping in about 10 amps. So I got the rapid wing awning set up over here, and I've using my sea gear matting this time. I regret not taking this with me to Fraser Island, even though it wasn't too bad, but certainly would have helped a lot to keep the kids' feet a lot cleaner around camp and so on, because these sea gear mats, you can't get anything better than these are tops. I got the OS tent mat just doubled over underneath. So there's the OS tent. So there's your kick-ass fridge. Doing great. And here's Rob's setup over here. There he is. So he's just he's all set up. He's got the penthouse.
We did a real quick setup, hey? We just threw it together quickly. I haven't finished setting everything up properly, but this will do for now. We just put up the awning and put the rooftop tent up, and that's about it. It's simple this time. Really simple.
Yeah, if I was driving a little bit further distance, I probably would have brought a little bit less stuff along, but even though my car wasn't nowhere near overloaded, so I got 3 solar panels with me. Also got the solar blanket, so I don't think I need it, but I thought we'll bring it along. Could be interesting and run some tests.
Yeah.
So here's so Rob's got the metho stove like I do. I didn't bring me metho stove with me today. I'm going to try just to cook on the jet boil.
Yeah.
I got the jet boil that I bought at Rob's store there. And so I'm going to give that a go, because I bought the attachment that you can, you can put your fry pan and that on. So there's his setup. Magic. Absolutely magic setup, that.
Don't get it down the front. I just got 2 little clamps that clamp on up the side there, just in case it gets really windy.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a northerly blowing here, and we're sheltered well. But if it turns southeasterly, that's when you cop it, because look at that right there. That's basically facing the southeasterly there, and that's where you cop. Yep. So this is the beach. Looks like it's high tide right now. Let's go have a look. Oh yeah, big tide. Not that often you see it come up this high. So she's a big tide. So you can see how that wind has picked up now. So we might go for a drive shortly. So we're thinking about going for a drive up to the creek. There's a little creek up here when you further go down south. We're not too far from the creek. So as we're walking back, we'll have a look at the camp here. I normally camp right up closer to the water's edge. But I thought this time, seeing a lot of those ideal spots were taken, I thought this time we drove along and saw this spot. We can see how the winds dropped back straight away, so yeah, she's pretty blowy down there.
It is a bit windy, yeah. It's actually quite nice when you're on the other side, the wind's protecting you. But yeah.
Yeah, so we got an ideal spot here. It's overcast, but no rain. We had the lightest of shower there before. So here's the setup here. I didn't bother putting the poles out. I'll just put that out. Hopefully it won't get too windy. If it does, I'll just get these ropes out and tie them out so it doesn't flap around too much. And just a single airbed. And that's my setup. Welcome back, guys. So we're going for a little drive here. I'm in Rob's vehicle.
Doing a bit of beach driving, eh?
So we're going to go for a drive out to Woodgate. I'm going to chance it to see if the 4-wheel-drive track is open to Woodgate. So we're going to have a look. She get pretty soft here at times, guys. It's not too bad here today. So you can get a lot softer than this.
Just depending how much rain you've had, really, wouldn't it? Nice and relaxed. What's that there?
Sitting back, yeah, I saw them. There is some nice, but it's a nice little area here. I saw this. It probably would have nailed this if they weren't here. This would have been a good spot for us too. There's the ocean.
So turn off's just up here, Phil.
Yeah, I don't think we're too far from the turn off now. Okay, 16 kilometres, so there's the sign, Bundaberg 30 k's. So 26 thereabouts to my home.
So let's go on.
It's been a while since I've driven this section here because every time we usually come here it's always closed. We are back from Woodgate, so we had a bit of a look around Woodgate. Good chance we might head back there again in the morning to have a proper look. We stopped by at the fish and chip shop and had lunch there, had a beautiful hamburger and chips. Big meal. The burgers are beautiful, but they were huge, and we're still full. I mean, I don't know, it's about 5 p.m. or something, and we're still full. So we've been back at the camp relaxing for the past 4 or 5 hours or so for a walk along the beach there. The wind really picked up, so we put our walls up, so you can see my walls are up. If I turn around here, you'll see Robert's put his walls up too as well, and I think it's the first time he's put his walls up on his new dot trailer too. And it's yeah, it was easy. Wasn't too hard at all. Beautiful light. Should see this golden light right now, so I'll get you to have a look. Look at that. Robert's using the Julka hot water system. I'm using the same system that I used at Fraser Island with the Drifter PVC bucket. This time I put about 10 litres of water in there. I've still probably got about 4 litres left, so I only went through 6 litres of water, and I've even washed my hair and so as well. So I had a good shower, and there we are. It's Robert's setup. So the wind's sort of coming from a northerly. It changed to a northeasterly and picked up to over 20 knots. And Robert's using the Julka shower. Now I do have the Julka. I've owned that one for quite a long time, but I don't tend to take it with me much when I'm camping because it means I need to carry more gear, and I have to also carry a gas bottle, and I don't like carrying a gas bottle inside the vehicle. I usually just use a little bucket, and I've got a lithium shower that I bought off Kick-Ass quite a while back, and runs on lithium batteries. So there's my ensuite. So I just had a shower myself. I put 2 pegs out. It's got so a bit windy. Roof rack I got on there. That's coming down soon when I head back home. This is probably the last time I'll use that. Solar panels coming down, so I've got a few different changes. I'm changing the top of the vehicle within the week. I won't say anything yet. So yeah, just stay tuned in a week's time. Actually, I'll flick the camera around and show Robert's setup here of the shower, but I'm sure you've seen it before, but I wouldn't mind having a look again myself. So there it is. So he's got the quick pitch ensuite, the Julka hot water system. So obviously he's worked out the plumbing. Robert said it's quite simple. Once you know how it's done, I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, okay. I need to be shown how to use that, but obviously I don't own a dot trailer, so there's no point me learning how to use that. So Robert's got in the penthouse tonight, so he's got awesome views of the ocean. I'm down low in an airbed on the Oz tent. But the old Oz tent, it used to be regarded as luxury. Don't know if you could call it luxury anymore. But have a look, this is our view of the ocean. If I come out here a bit more, you'll probably be able to, I'd say you really hear the wind now. So I'll come back here. The rangers came by. Yeah, I'll just flick this around. So we had a visit by the rangers today. They came in and they're going along and checking all the campsites to make sure they've got permits. So if you come here without a permit, I reckon you would have got booked today. If you come here with firewood, they'll be looking at you a bit sus. If you got a fire going, you certainly will cop a nice little fine. Now it's pretty dark in here, so I seriously need to consider setting up some lights before it gets too dark and I can't see. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got the jet boil, and on the jet boils I've got this little adapter here, whatever that is, fire adapter, and I've got this special pot that heats up water real quick. So I just heated up that water. I filled that up to almost to the top. I got that boiling in no time at all, and poured that in with nearly 10 litres of water in the PVC bucket that you see over here, and had a very nice warm shower. I'm kind of experimenting on different gears today, so I got 3 solar panels, experimenting on them. I got the different cooking outfits and different plates. It's a bit of experimentation, this camping trip. So I'm going to set up some lights shortly. I've got both the drifter lights and the kick-ass lights. I haven't had the kick-ass lights out for a while, so I'm going to give them a go tonight. So I'm going to turn off this and set up the lights before it's too dark. Oh, hello guys, we're back. It's Saturday night and the storm has hit us. So she's pissing down rain at the moment. I've got a bit of a waterfall here already, just out the front. Look at that. So far everything's looking good. It's only just started, so I think we bunkered down well. I'll flick the camera around the other direction and see if I can film my setup. There's my camp there. I can see plenty of water. I think there's plenty of water running off the top. So hopefully everything's okay there with the runoff. Looks fine. You see there's a bit of lightning there. It's a pretty big storm, this one. It goes from pretty much from here where we are right through out to Childers. So this bit of rain might last a while. Oh, let's give all my gear a good wash. At least the wind is not here. At least we got no wind. see if we can picky boot through. No, we can't see through there. Have a look out here. Rob's got the Rob's keeping an eye on his the front of his awning. Look at that. So no sign of any water pooling anywhere. Yeah, my tent, everything looks fine over there. Oh man, it's stressing down rain here. Look at that, we've got a bit of a puddle over there where my camp is. Whoa, lightning.
You're on the water, Phil.
Storm is just about past us. We've just got the edge of it now. Went for a while. Luckily the lightning, it looked a bit scary there for a while. I could see the lightning about 5 or so k's away. Right, good morning all. Welcome back. So it's day 2. A little trip out to Kinkuna. And as you can just see there on my iPhone, I filmed it to my iPhone. We had a bit of a wicked storm last night. Luckily by the time it hit us the lightning had gone, but boy did it bucket down, so it was great. Got to test out all our gear. So woke up to a beautiful day today, absolutely delightful. There's hardly a breath of wind blowing and it's coming from the south-southwest, so it's just this nice little coolish breeze. Well, I think the winds are going to swing around to the easterly direction, about 15 knots this afternoon. So we'll be exposed to that, but 15 knots is not much. We'll still be fine, and we got the walls up, so we're going to be fine here. The ocean, she's like a lily pond today. I'll just flick the camera around and show you. Alright, check that out, guys. It's another good camping spot right here, guys, right where I'm standing now. Nice little flat area, close to the ocean. But you're more exposed to the elements here. But look at that. Look how calm that is today. How awesome's that? So we get sheltered from Fraser Island here. So we don't see the big seas here. But that's like a river today. So we'll pan around and I'll show you a camp. So we all stayed dried last night. We had a puddle of water. We were in a puddle of water, almost ankle deep. And I've got the Oz tent, as you can see, but it's had no issues. So there's Rob's setup. This is the it's only the second time he's gone camping with it. The first time was at Bluff Creek. And here's my setup. So I've got the drift ensuite out today. And I had it out last night. I left it out during the storm, so it survived fine. That there is my old kick-ass glass 200 watt solar panels. I bought them along this trip because I suspect that generally over here it's usually quite shady here. It's the trees and all that. You can see all the trees all amongst us. So I got the extra panel to help me panel that's on top of the roof. When I got up, my battery was only down to, still had 83% charge left in it. So overnight only went through, my kick-ass fridge only went through about 16%, which is great. And that's running as a fridge and a freezer. So I got the freezer compartment going and the fridge compartment going. So if I ran it just as a fridge, where it'll use even a lot less than that. So you can see how I've got my rapid wing set up with the runoff. You can see there's quite a fair bit of runoff there. So I always find that works for me. That's this pole there. You see that high one at the back? I put that one high. I put that one down a certain height, and I put this one down as low as I can. And same as the one at the far back there, I put it down as well. And it still leaves me enough room to get the Oz tent. I'll just flick around through here to flick the Oz tent under here. So during that storm, I had these flaps still open and I didn't have any water getting in. So you can see the amount of runoff I got there. And then I just tie these off. I find you got to tie these off, otherwise if you don't, you can get water pool up in that spot there. My little kick-ass handy power pack, charging away. Looks like it's already fully charged. So I had this in the front in the tent last night. You can run your lights off this. You can run your phone chargers off this. You can charge your shavers. Oh, the outlet there, it's got the USB outlets. Two of these USB outlets are 2 amps. The other two at the top are 1 amp output. It's got the DC output. It's got the 240 volt here. These are pure sine wave, I believe, and 200 watts. But can peak up to 250 watts. So it's a 26 amps. Little lithium battery, and you can charge, as you can see what I'm doing. I'm just charging it off my deep cycle battery, and I've plugged that in just over an hour ago and she's already fully charged. So they do have like a solar regulator in them, but you can't plug in our big solar powers in them because it'll just be too much power for it. So you use these special plugs that go in here. So they've got a 50 watt solar power. You've already seen these. So it's on 83%. Okay, so right now the fridge is running and my lithium power battery is being charged. Although it looks like it's charging, but it's still drawing power out. It's still putting some charge back into it. And I'm losing 1/4 amp per hour at the moment. Only because if I relocated that solar panel out to more clear sun, then it's going to be fine. But I know this afternoon, around just after lunchtime, that's a sunny spot there. So by tonight, this will be fully charged. And I've also picked up one of these recently. These, I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, turn around, that's better. These are these solar lights, solar lanterns. They're quite good. I picked this one up at the Drifter event and I'm really happy with it, as you can see there. So it packs down flat, next to nothing. I've still got it inside this packet there now, just to help protect it. So you can leave it out in the sun to charge, and at night time, it's got different lighting outputs. I can't recall what time factor it is, how long it lasts, but I think on the low light it lasts you, well, it'll probably last you just about most of the night if you left it on all the time. And it's still, even on low power, it's still fairly bright. I'll give you a little hint. I've been telling you yesterday that I'm looking at something different. Hence why I've gone back to my 200 watt solar panel here to give that a try. Down here, we're just going for a drive further south and about 1 kilometre down. And guys, this is where I normally come camping. This is my favourite camping spot here. In between those two trees nearest to me there, I normally hang my hammock across there and lay in there. So yeah, this is it. Got to tell you, this is the first time I've come here where there hasn't been someone camped here. It's been a while since I've been able to camp here. So I'm going to come back here after I've been to Brizzy. Going back to Brisbane and Gold Coast next week. So we're just going for a little walk, and this is a creek. I call this a 1 mile creek. Something just jumped out the water, we startled. There's Robert. the third day today, and we have packed up. We are heading back to Bundy. Robert's going to head back to Brizzy soon, because he's got a fair bit to do before he gets back to work. And yeah, didn't take us too long to pack up. So you can see Robert's, all he's got to do is just hook up his trailer and off we go. And there's my vehicle there, ready to go. You see my Oz tents up the top there. So it could be the last time in a while, for quite some time, that I'll use my Oz tent. So we'll see what happens. So there's Rob. Thanks for coming along, Rob. We had a good time. Yes. It always is relaxing when you come out here. Yeah.
This time, just came out here and put ourselves, and I didn't do any filming, but Phil did. I just had a break for a while. The thing I love about this trailer, Phil, is when you fold up that bed, and you can just go straight to bed. You fold the rooftop tent up, walk up hard top up.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, because we're heading back to Brisbane, I'm emptying my water tanks out.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit less weight to carry. Yeah,
that's why Rob's emptying his water tanks out, because it would make a big difference of fuel economy and so on. So
it helps out. I don't need the water in there at the minute.
No.
Take it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the 60 litre bladder in there. It's probably still got about 50 litres in it. So I'll be seeing you again Friday, Saturday, because next weekend we got the Uni 3 wood-fired pizza oven demonstration. So me too.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So guys, I'll make sure you come down to that.
Yeah.
Hope this video makes sense for them. See what happens.
Yeah. No, this I'm sure I'll have this up within the next day or so. It doesn't take me long to edit these. I do it all on the phone, eh? It's brilliant. So there you go, guys. We're just about to head off, and so thanks for watching another episode on the YouTube kind of adventure channel. Now it's kind of turned into of late. So yeah, that's been brilliant. So see you next time.